The weave is broken. Those of might and magic are falling. Factions fly to fill the vacuum of power as the Spellplague brings destruction across the Forgotten Realms. Two heroes meet in the abandoned ruins of the Sword Coast town of Leylon. Women skilled in sword and sorcery, upon whose shoulders rests the fate of the entire Forgotten Realms.
Wait. Is he talking about us?
I sure hope not, because that sounds like a lot of responsibility.
Oh, gods.
Hello and welcome to Best Left Forgotten, the deliberately uncanon and unofficial Forgotten Realms D&D actual play podcast. My name is Nathan Quadrio, and I am your Dungeon Master.
My name is Miriam Feats, and I play Clarrybelle Trollbleeder, the Dwarven Barbarian Fighter.
My name is Jess Wolfendale, and I play Flick Goldkind, the Gnome Druid.
In case you'd forgotten, Flick and Clarrybelle and their party were on the Obsidian Tier and attempting to sneak past the Symphony on their way to the Astral Plane. The ship was waylaid by a duo of pink sentient crystals who attempted to destroy the ship, and the party were forced to race the ship into the Symphony's obelisk to stop them. Once there, Flick, Clarrybelle and their team were instantly captured. But with Clarrybelle's hairpins, Toby Stonehill's quick fingers, and Winterstalker Greysoother disguised as a Mind Flayer, the party were able to stage a swift jailbreak. Clarrybelle was eager to steal one of the Symphony's ships and continue on after Mystra, while Gundren was eager to stay in the obelisk and find a way to destroy the Symphony for good. The party decided to stay together to find their stolen weapons before parting ways, but on their way were spotted by the guards and forced into a combat. The fighting was looking grim, but a well-placed wall of fire from Flick decimated the Symphony's horde and allowed the party to make their escape. In a heartfelt moment, the Rockseeker brothers chose to stay behind and try to destroy the hive mind of the Symphony, while Flick, Clarrybelle, Greysoother, Cecil, and Toby snuck their way onto one of the Symphony's ships and set off to find Mystra. For the last time, let's jump right in. As you ride the stolen ship of the Symphony, you cross over from this middle dimension into the plane of Mystra. For a moment, it's as if you're holding your breath. There's a moment of tension and of expectation. There's an uncertainty that needs release, and it hangs there for just a moment too long, and then you have the feeling of breathing out. And the white light that blinds around you starts to clear, and you feel rested, and you both get the benefits of a full rest.
Oh, thank God.
And a level up, which we totally didn't do before this recording.
Hey!
Don't break the magic!
We're trying to include the audience in the immersion of the moment,
That's
Nathan.
right. And we're now going to do that level up live here on the podcast.
Everyone please hold for like 20 minutes.
And with your full rest and invigoration, you smell grass. You hear the sounds of crowds, talking, cheering, singing, thumping bass lines, and distorted guitars echo across the white space as you materialize within a huge grassy field.
Oh my God.
Encapsulated by a thin metal fence. Yes. Your ship dissipates around you, and you're walking down a set of stairs towards the gates, and you can see there's a huge line of people waiting to get in. And already inside, as you were lowering, you could see these huge crowds of people standing at these raised platforms, listening to the pumping music coming from within. You are now in line at the Festival of Mystra.
Incredible. Yeah, let's go
Okay.
Burning Man.
Yeah. Coachella, baby, let's go.
Let's go WOMAD.
Is everyone's still with us, though?
Everyone
It's
who was
still-
with you,
yeah,
so it's
great.
you two, Toby, Greysoother, and Cecil.
How long is the line?
Yeah.
Oh, there's maybe 150 people.
Okay.
Okay. And what do the people around us look like?
Do we need to change?
What you're seeing is people of all different shapes and sizes and styles and ages. You're seeing that there's a real kind of adventurer vibe to what's going on.
Okay.
But there's also some older people
Yep.
who seem to be well past retirement age, and some very, very young people, maybe new and green.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and immediately detect magic. Are these real people or are they like illusions?
Are we real people?
I look at my hands.
You cast Detect Magic, and there is magic glowing all around you. And you are sensing divination magic.
I wish I knew more about magic so I could understand what that means.
I'm going to turn to the people in front of us in the line. Hey, y'all. How long have you been waiting to get in for?
Oh, it feels like forever, doesn't it? But also feels like no time at all. I'm just so excited. I'm so excited. It's my first time. Is it your first time?
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. I'm here to see the Circle of Eight. You?
A bit of everything.
Yeah, we're really just here for the experience.
Oh,
you know?
yeah, absolutely. Make sure you try and get as much as you can. That's what I've heard.
Absolutely.
Did you guys pre-purchase tickets, or is it sort of like a once you get to the front thing?
Oh, we're just here. I think our names are on the list.
Okay, great.
So how did y'all get here?
How did we get here? Well, we just traveled here, and now here we are, ready for the whole day, you know?
Okay.
Great.
Did you not travel here?
No, we did. It just...
Yeah.
Okay.
And he turns around and go like really jauntily ready walking down the line.
I guess we go in?
Yeah, let's see how quick it's moving, I guess.
I'm not really dressed for a party.
I mean, yeah, man. Yeah.
And the line continues to move forward, and you arrive at the front of the line. And there is a tall humanoid figure standing there with a clipboard. Names?
I'm Clarrybelle, Trollbleeder.
Flick Goldkind?
Toby Stonehill, Arnett Greysoother, and Cecil Mungbane. Yes. It's been a while.
Good job, Cecil.
Thank you.
We're proud of you.
I wasn't expecting you all together.
Oh, okay. How were you expecting us?
Well, separate groups, it seems.
I mean,
This doesn't seem to be a normal...
we're groups together.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I'm sure we can make that work. Are you looking to stay together or perhaps move separately into your other groups?
What? I'm sorry, what other groups do you mean?
What do you expect
who are you
us?
thinking we would be with?
Well, Clarrybelle, Flick,
Yeah.
Toblin Stonehill, and Callie Willowboot is the normal combination there. And you've got your set coming up later in the afternoon. And then Grey Soother
I'm sorry,
normally
our what?
is Grey Soother is normally with the Emerald Enclave team, and Cecil Mungbane, Lambert Gentleblood, the Rockseeker brothers, Sildar Hallwinter, Dominic Drumwillow.
Okay, well, some of those people are definitely dead. Does that affect things here?
Not as far as I'm aware. Some of them are already inside for their own presentations.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
I think we'd like to stay together, please.
Yeah, can we stay
Okay.
together and maybe split up later when we're needed? Can
Not
you
a
just give
problem.
us like the run sheet?
Yes, you'll be met by somebody you can enjoy, and then somebody will come and find
Okay,
you.
artist management. Okay, good.
Yes. Before you head inside, any liquids? Can we please empty all of our water
Yeah,
bottles?
no,
Thank you.
God, yeah, sorry. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Does that include potions of healing?
What potions of healing? Can we actually have artist management take it to our backstage for us?
Please wait to the side.
All right.
Okay, I shouldn't have.
They've got a page back line.
Okay.
You wait for a moment, and then a floating kind of orb heads towards you.
Okay.
You were seeking to speak with artist management.
Oh yeah, we were wondering. Just like we've got a few
Personal items.
personal and backline items that we'd like delivered that we could pick up later.
Oh yes, well all artists are allowed to bring anything inside.
Oh great.
Oh, cool. Well, then I guess we just go inside, right?
Please come. Would you like me to take something for you?
I think we're okay.
Certainly.
Yeah.
That's not actually how that. Oh, please, don't worry, don't worry. I'm artist management. I'll handle
I'm
it.
already walking in.
And the orb and the kind of humanoid figure have very strong words about who is making these decisions as you head inside.
Yep.
You walk kind of down a main path, and it leads towards a signpost with several direction signs pointing off of it, and spokes going off.
All right. What have we got on the sign?
Yeah.
So on the sign, it's a little bit like you're at the airport. It's kind of like they're changing over as the acts change. 'Cause magic.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, you should get in touch with WOMAD. That sounds great.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a thing.
Well, look, if they do at me, Will Adelaide, I'm here and ready to go, okay? One of the signs says the Company of 7.
Okay.
Another sign says the Circle of 8, featuring Baldur's Gate Mordenkainen.
Yes, I was like, okay, who's frontlining? Yes, baby.
The companions of the hall, the heroes of the lance. That is the 4 currently playing right now.
Do you have any idea what's going on?
No, not a clue.
Okay. Do you recognize any of these names besides the circle, the Mordenkainen one?
Okay, so I've fully been stuck on the fact that Sildar and Dominic were on the list and that apparently death is like not a burden here.
Yes, that's definitely
and that
something.
Maybe
Heroes of the Hall? Is that what we're thinking?
I would like to go there, maybe just in case.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, right? Yeah.
Because, like, they said that some of the people on the list were already here, and, like, they're the only ones that were unaccounted for other than Callie, but I don't know how Callie would already be here.
Yeah.
So, like...
Same with the Rock Seekers, I guess.
Yeah, we left them behind.
Yeah, but maybe, I don't know if time means much here.
Yeah,
so
maybe.
maybe it's like a...
Okay, but if there's time shenanigans, then I'm worried, because, like, what if the world's already ended while
I don't
we're
think we
waiting
can think
in line?
about that. We just gotta act as if we're not too late, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go see the heroes at the hall.
Yeah.
And then if Sildar's not there, cry, maybe.
Good plan. I like it.
Okay. You head off to see the companions of the hall.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And you arrive in a throng of people jumping up and down, partying, loving it. Somebody's like ripping their shirt off and swinging it around their head, throwing it on the stage.
Dominic?
Dude! And you see in front of you, up on the stage, the companions of the hall. Magical lights spiraling around, creating beautiful patterns all over there. The front man is a drow.
Okay.
Wearing very, very tight leather pants.
Yeah.
And a like really low V-neck leather shirt with a really high collar that stands up and is bejeweled up the front.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to somehow bring him into the final battle. I hope you're prepared.
Can you roll a history check?
6.
21.
21. Okay.
On an intelligence check.
With the name Companions of the Hall, and you see this drow as the front man, behind like a half-elven woman, a dwarf male, a gnome, and a human male seem very muscular. It's an adventuring party, and the name and the look, there's something, and the name comes to you of Drizzt.
Oh, this dude! Sorry, I do know this dude.
I'm so happy for you.
Super famous Forgotten Realms bard.
Okay. Oh, nice.
So, Flick, you know Drizzt as a hero of legend around the Forgotten Realms.
Wow. Okay, yeah. But like how long ago?
Relatively recent, within the last couple of 100 years, and he's a drow, so it is what it is.
Fair enough. I mean, this is like a recent historical figure, I get. Like, this is like an adventurer guy. Like, he was like, famous, I guess?
Cool.
For doing something cool.
I mean, he's not Sildar, so I'm still disappointed.
Interesting.
Yeah.
This is sort of like the who's who of Faerun.
And we're meant to be performing at one point?
I don't know. Maybe we're just like in a panel or something.
They did say later in the day. I don't know if that's any...
I can do a panel, maybe.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I could do a panel, maybe. But no, I'm talking about in the context of Clarrybelle. Like, she's like, yeah, I'm on board for a panel. That has no meaning to Clarrybelle. That doesn't mean anything.
Okay, but neither does a music concert. No. Like, we're working with it here, okay?
Drizzt steps forward.
Who's ready to live the magic?
Yeah.
Woo!
But everybody else around you is like, wow. People are losing their minds.
Yeah.
Again, you've not been to a concert like this. You've seen bars,
like
you've been to taverns, whatever. Like this, the scope of this is much larger in terms of musical performance. These people are reacting inappropriately.
Okay.
There's like screaming out, oh my God, I love it. Like Taylor Swift, you're the best. And then there's like hysterical shrieking.
Yeah.
Like you're worried that people's heads are going to burst. Yeah. They're sweating.
Yeah.
There's something a little bit odd. Let's begin. And Drizzt pulls out 2 short swords and turns to the stage, upon which falls a giant. Crashes, standing 25 feet tall, and they begin to attack the giant. Thunderbolts being hurled about, huge clubs smashing down upon the ground as an enormous combat ensues in front of you.
Okay, that's way less stressful than having to get up and do a musical number.
Oh, boy.
I'm kind of down for this now.
Okay.
I'm excited.
Well, this seems quite extravagant.
Yeah.
And where did the giant even come from? Like, what is this?
Where did we even come from? I
This
think
whole
they just
place is magic.
have
Yes.
stuff around, maybe.
Yes, it would seem so.
Well, this isn't anyone we're looking for, so I guess unless...
I think maybe if we just, take a lap, see what else is around.
See if we can find, Artist Alley or something. Pick up some badges.
I'd really like a run sheet or some kind of
Yeah,
timetable.
for sure. They should have timetables posted everywhere,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
As you go to walk away, Grey Soother just speaks up as you're walking.
I'm just thinking back. I think that they are well known for this.
Who?
The companions of the hall, there is a very famous tale of them fighting a giant.
Oh, okay.
Are they reliving their famous stories? Is this...
Maybe. Should we maybe check some of the other...
Do
Because
we have any famous
well,
stories?
yeah, now I'm just worried about what we're going to be asked to fight. Is Rahini going to show up
Wait.
and we're going to have to fight a succubus?
Yeah, because straight up, think about it. What things have involved specifically me, you, Toby, and Callie? I don't think we've ever fought anything just us.
The only thing that I can think of is when we snuck into the Red Wizard encampment. Is it going to just be
Oh my God, I'm so in.
Perhaps it's greatest hits.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
Let's see if we can find a program floating about.
As you're walking, this floating orb arrives next to you.
Artist management?
Yes, artist management. Is everything okay? Huh? You're traveling well.
Yeah, we're sort of looking just for a program,
program.
of
Yeah,
events.
some kind of run sheet.
No, there's no run sheet. No.
Then how do we know when we're
It will
performing?
be collected.
And who else is performing and what stages everyone's on?
Well, if you just follow the signs, then they'll be there. They'll lead you to where you're going to go.
Okay.
Is there a map?
Is there a set list for us?
No.
Did someone send that ahead?
Yeah, so we kind of know what we're doing when we get up there.
I mean, really, it's just, you'll just feel it in the moment and you'll respond as you do,
I was just wondering, did our manager send ahead the rider? Have you got all of our, our backstage sort of sorted, or?
The backstage is sorted on... What do you need? Oh, I have not received the paperwork.
Oh, okay. Let me just, and I root around and bring out a piece of paper and I write 50 healing potions. Just seeing how much I can get away with. An enchanted staff.
+5 short sword for Toby. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like that's not a rider. That's more our equipment.
Yeah.
That's all
No
backline.
red M&Ms.
If you can get a fresh outfit, maybe.
Yeah.
I'll jot down my measurements.
Absolutely, yeah. We also page wardrobe in our document.
Yeah.
But essentially, we see if we can get any number of healing potions. I don't know, potion of strength. And yeah, I hand it over.
Okay. And the ball, comes around your hand, warming your hand, and removes the paper.
That was nice. That was a moment.
Thank you. We will follow this. I will be back later.
Okay.
For your time. Enjoy the other performances.
Nice.
Thanks.
This makes me quite uncomfortable, I have to say.
Who?
Me.
What? Okay, why? Why, Toby?
I don't really know what's going on, and it's more than I just don't know what's going on, is it doesn't really seem to make any sense.
Yeah, and also, how does this lead to us? If we do well enough, do we get to meet Mystra?
Yes.
Is that the...
Where's Mystra?
Where is Mystra?
Hey,
Cecil. Where
hey,
is Mystra?
Hey, Vinny, are you getting any Mystra vibes? Maybe you could ask Prim. Does Prim have a
Prim, have you
magic?
have you got Mystra vibes, Prim?
It's a mystery to me.
Wow!
Okay.
Whoa! Oh, we're traveling around the Mystra machine.
Hello, Clarrybelle.
Hey, Vanny.
It feels like it's been some time since we have spoken about the business of the killing and the gods.
Yeah. We're here in wherever we were meant to get to.
Yes.
And we're just wondering,
Good work.
where's Mystra?
Let me just search my inner soul, wandering through the palace of my mind.
Yeah, great. Good.
Okay, what I'm seeing is that you are in a very strange place. It's
Yeah,
a very
we got
weird
that.
place. I think that you are kind of out of the world. You are in Crazy Land, pretty much.
Okay, we
know-
got that.
But
Is
you're-
Mystra here?
I'm sensing There is some Mystra here. I think that what's happening is Mystra is broken. All that power, it's going all over the place. It's a complete mess. But what's happening is all of the magic is flowing through to this point. All of those strings of the weave coming together at this point, everything. You're kind of outside of time right now. So it's kind of like everything is happening at the same junction.
Do you think we have a good chance of maybe finding Mystra here?
This is Mystra in a way. Like you're there, you're in Mystra with Mystra.
Okay.
You're in the weave. And Mystra kind of controls the weave.
Okay.
So maybe if you can kind of get to the main stage, I don't know.
So, Vinny says that this place is like the channel of all the Mystra energy, and we're like in the weave, and that like Mystra's here, but Mystra's here because maybe this is all Mystra. He also says something about the main stage.
Okay. Because, like, I got a bunch of divination magic from this place, so I guess it could almost be Mystra, like, trialing out a bunch of people trying to divine, like, who will be the one that will save me? Or, like, you know, has the heart of a hero or something.
Yeah,
To be able to
maybe.
do the thing.
Well, why don't we, because he did say maybe try the main stage, so why don't we find where that is?
Let's figure out which one the main stage is.
We're going to go looking for the main stage.
Okay, roll a perception check.
18.
19.
You can't see anything that labels anything main stage, but you do see that most people are heading in the direction of where the Circle of Eight is currently performing.
makes sense.
And
Yeah.
from what you know, that is probably like the biggest one of the people you know, at least. I mean, you didn't know any of the other people.
Yeah.
That makes sense. They're
Yeah.
sort of like headliners.
And I've been pretty curious about Baldur's Gate and Morning Canyon.
Absolutely.
Yeah, let's go check them out.
Yeah.
So you head towards what you perceive to be the main stage, and as you arrive, the scope of this stage is so much larger than the one that you have seen before. And on it are 8 spellcasters. Some of them, in fact, all of them that you recognize from having visions of them before. And funnily enough, they are in that exact moment fighting against Vecna at the top of a
Okay.
mountain. There is one figure, however, who seems to be not aligning with A, what you saw the first time, and B, your experience of this person. As Mordenkainen stands on the stage, wielding his staff, the shirt completely torn open.
Yeah.
Not in a stylish way like Drizzt had done, but as if at the beginning of the set he had just ripped open his shirt.
Yeah.
And he had like taken something red and smeared it all over his face, not done in like a stylish like line, just kind of like mashed into his face. And he's like, with his staff, he's just poking it. Take that, you foul demon! Like, everybody else is really serious, and these spellcasting and people coming together to create these sigils, and just this bald guy going up, pointing his staff, not even pointing at Vecna, just up in the air, whoa,
Casting any magic whatsoever?
No,
Oh, yeah,
just
great.
like
Yeah.
flicking the sword around,
Yeah.
and then like spinning it.
I was going to say doing some color guard.
Yeah.
Spinning it around, dropping it on the floor, picking it up, kind of like just trying to make it as look. It was deliberate.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm suddenly losing all of my eagerness to have seen this guy.
Yeah,
like I think
we were talking up Baldur's Gate Mordenkainen.
Yeah.
This is just, oof.
I think I've got a read on him already, and I know I'm not gonna like him.
I don't need to reread this sentence. It is
No.
red.
And he comes forward as everybody else is still fighting Vecna, but he walks out towards the audience and then uses his magic to create like a little platform as he steps
Okay,
out.
so he does
he's
have
kind of
magic.
floating on top
Yeah.
of the audience, and then he holds his staff underneath his
Yeah.
mouth like a microphone. And so, as the Circle of Eight fought against Vecna, they used their mighty magics to they use their mighty magics to trap Okay, sorry. We're just going
Pick up.
to... And as the Circle of Eight fought against the mighty Lich Vecna, they used their mighty okay.
Do you need a lozenge?
So to fight... And he turns around and goes back in and becomes part of the scene again.
Yeah, that was something.
He's a friend of yours, isn't he?
Not this one.
No, we knew the OG, I guess.
I guess we kind of got him killed.
And then, he died. And then we knew the cardboard one.
But yeah, we knew there was a Baldur's Gate Mordenkainen, but, I guess.
Oh, is that Baldur's Gate, Mordenkainen?
Yeah.
I assume so.
Well, may the gods be with them.
Yeah.
Hello, excuse me.
Yes.
It's time. Come.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Come, bring your preparations with me.
Okie-doke.
okay.
Yeah, we follow.
Yeah, we follow.
Beautiful. And
Get into one of those little golf carts.
it's moving very, very quickly
Oh,
ahead of
yep,
you.
light jog.
And yeah, you need to jog to keep up. And you move off to a significantly smaller stage.
Yeah.
Far off.
Indiana stage.
Yeah.
Just right near the fence line.
Yeah.
And there are also kind of these standing latrines that are all lined
Yeah,
up,
yeah,
and you're
for
right near
sure.
the latrines. So you do get enough audience there, really.
That's
There's
true.
people waiting
Yeah,
for the
yeah, yeah.
latrine.
Yeah.
And you are brought back just kind of behind the stage, and there's a little area with a little gate
Yep.
that you're placed in.
I look around to see if they brought any of the stuff that we asked for.
There are tankards, and there is kind of on tap a red liquid.
Incredible.
And there is also a outfit made specifically to your measurements. However, the design is probably not to your liking, and it is something that was kind of inspired by Drista Worden's outfit. It is a skin-tight catsuit
Keep talking.
in kind of this really soft, velvety pink fabric. Mm-hmm. And it's got bows coming right up the legs into these kind of diamante sparkles. And then the shoulders just have these kind of two little peaks that come out a couple of inches just above, these kind of suggestions of shoulder pads.
Yeah. Yeah, I put it on.
Fantastic.
I am so excited about this now.
I don't know what's ahead, guys, but I think we got this.
It does look very unusual, I have to say.
Looking around, do we see any backstage staff that have clipboards or running orders?
No,
or?
you have been left alone backstage.
Okay.
There is a staircase heading up onto the stage, and there was nobody on the stage when you arrived.
Okay.
I'm just going to quickly empty my water flask and fill it from the on tap healing just to have that in reserve.
Not a problem.
I do my warm-ups.
The gas floats in.
Why are you not on stage? They're waiting for you.
Oh,
yes,
we
so
didn't
so-
realize it was go time. Yeah, okay, let's go.
Please get on the stage, please.
Okay,
Honey,
yeah,
honey.
absolutely.
We
And
go.
I take Vinny up on stage.
Yep.
And you all step on to the blank stage, and you look out, and you hear, and in front of you is maybe 5,000 to 10,000 people standing there,
Excuse me.
watching, just in silence, enraptured, waiting.
I strike a pose.
Okay. People losing their minds, flowers being thrown up on stage, people pouring drinks over their heads. They're
I'll
loving
weave one
it.
of the flowers into my beard.
Flick.
How do they know who we are?
How do they know who I am?
I mean, you're pretty cool.
Okay, sweet.
Okay, I liked how they were saying your name better than how they're saying mine.
It sort of sounds like, at a football game when you're trying to get someone to lose their concentration.
And you see a woman holding up, and written on this card that she's holding up is her address. And it's marry me, Cecil!
I point at her. Nice.
And there's a crack of thunder, and rain begins to pour down.
Oh, I just got a new outfit on.
And you look around, and the crowd is gone. And the stage is gone. Grey Soother is gone. Toby is gone. And you're standing in a field in the rain, looking around.
Am I still in my new outfit?
You are not in your new outfit. You are in one of your old outfits.
When were we in a field in the rain?
When was I wearing this dress last?
Flick, you are no longer cracked. You are back to how you were many months ago.
Stone flick or OG flick?
OG Flick.
Oh my gosh. Flick, you're back to like you were when I met you.
Dudes, rally round! And you look and you turn and you see the high tower of Thalabar sitting on top of a mountain as this enormous gorilla creature with the head of a bull rushing down, sprinting down the hill towards you. It trips and its leg breaks as it seems incredibly brittle and breaking in front of you. Can everybody roll initiative?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Get that out of the way.
14.
That was the most natural of ones, bringing me to a 3.
Clarrybelle, you're up first.
Oh, gosh. Do I have Vinny or do I have my old original Maul?
You have Vinny.
Okay. Yeah, I run up and I take 2 big old hits with my Maul.
Okay.
A 22 to hit
22 definitely hits.
and a 26 to hit.
26 definitely hits.
Okay, so first attack, 16 bludgeoning damage and 14 radiant damage for the first hit. Mm-hmm. And then the second attack, 15 bludgeoning and 14 radiant.
Okay. As you rush up with your Vindicator Maul, you smash it up the head and send it flying backwards and then
Slam it down.
crushing, completely sending every limb scattering across. You just hear a pause. Dude, that was so sick! Oh my god!
I look over at Dominic and I start weeping. Just like fall to my knees crying.
I just walk up to Dominic and I hold my hand up for a predator handshake. Yeah, bro.
And as you go and your hands slam together, you're standing in a clear field. The sun's rays beat down on you. Trees sparsely around you. You're walking on a path. You hear a woman scream.
Yes. Here we go.
And the roar of a green dragon.
Yeah,
we run
start
towards
running.
it.
Callie!
Okay, the dragon is going to have a go at Callie and is going to miss Callie. Unfortunately, Flick, it is your turn.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to run forward and step in front of Callie and shillelagh and whack the dragon around its ankles.
Lovely.
Yes.
Well,
You don't know. Maybe.
you don't know. A 15 might hit a dragon.
Oh, just misses. AC is 16.
Yeah. And I...
As Callie casts a spell which does hit and does a small amount of damage to
Yay.
the dragon.
Woo.
Clarrybelle, it is your turn.
All right, run up, 2 hits. A 14 will miss,
It
Yeah.
will.
but a dirty 20 will hit.
A dirty 20 will hit.
17 plus another 16 points of radiant.
Lovely. The dragon is going to turn and attempt to attack you, spraying acid upon you
Oh,
with a 17, Clarrybelle.
will not hit me.
Okay, this little bolt of acid goes and misses.
Oh, I forgot it did that.
Flick, it's your turn.
Okay, let's try something different. I'm just going to go for a good old guiding bolt.
Lovely.
With a natural 1.
Oh.
I continue to be cursed.
Oh, Jess.
Okay, Callie is going to attempt to hit with a natural 20.
Yes,
Beautiful.
Callie. Oh, you're making me feel like I should have brought her along now.
Clarrybelle, it's your turn.
Okay, 2 hits. I need to stop rolling that die. That's the second time in a row that dice rolled a 2. That's exactly a 16.
That
Nice.
does hit.
24 total on that hit.
Excellent. And the dragon falls.
What?
Whoa.
And lands next to you. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for saving me. Oh, I was just attacked out of nowhere. I'm Callie Willowboot.
Hi, Callie. This is kind of a weird day for us.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
We're glad you're alive.
Thank you.
You
and
seem
thank you for saving me.
literally anytime
Flick is,
I start crying
Flick
again.
is crying, just sobbing. Just has not turned around to look at Callie. Is just still facing the dragon. Her shoulders heaving.
Flick just gets sad when things die.
All right. And she breaks apart.
Yeah.
Into individual strands and pieces. And the world around you goes black. And you can see all of these shifting strands. And you see that there is kind of a thicker strand in a path leading where to go. Prim lights up and begins to burn and begins to shift the magic within it. You can feel the power of Helm, Clarrybelle, as they are guiding you along a path not set.
I follow wherever Vinny's taken me.
Yeah.
Okay, you follow the new path that is set, and you find yourself running and sprinting as the world around you shifts and changes and begins to glow with black obsidian glass and throb as you are sprinting down a hallway that you just left. You look ahead and you can see Nundro running ahead of you.
Nundro!
What? What's going on?
Is this the real you? Did we leave you, I don't know how long ago?
With anything that Prim does, assume it's going to affect the real life. Hey, what's up? We're kind of here, maybe.
Did
Assume
we
we're
just
here.
leave and now we're back?
Guys, of course you're here. What are you talking about? Let's move.
Oh,
Let's move.
my God, I looked
and
down
he's
at
sprinting.
myself.
And you look down. Which brother do you want to be?
Yeah. Oh my
do you want to be Gundren or Thardan?
I mean, it's gonna be.
You have
I've
to be
gotta
Gundren.
Gundren. You're definitely Thardan. Yes, baby! We love a body swap.
Oh my gosh.
Oh dear God. Looking down at myself.
Do we look, when we look down at ourselves, do we look like Rockseeker Brothers or do we still look like us?
You look like Rockseeker Brothers.
Okay.
But you will be using your own stats.
Okay, excellent.
Ooh.
So looking at those rolls you made for me last session.
Wait, I can't remember if they were bad or not.
Some of them were bad. Some of them were really, really not good.
Well, they're still alive, at least.
They are still alive. Flick, you look down at your Gundrenized body and you see yourself covered in blood.
Oh, boy.
As the natural one attack was unsuccessful in that combat and you took significant damage from a Mind Flayer who, with your 7 on stealth, you were unable to avoid raising the alarm as you sprint towards the heart.
Yeah, sounds like me.
A 21 athletics check means that you have managed to outpace them at this time.
Yeah.
And with the 12 survival, Nundro is pretty sure he knows where he's going.
Okay.
And he begins to direct you down, turning down corridors as you hear of the Mind Flayers swooping in very close behind you. And you arrive at a solid glass door. It's transparent and you can see the throbbing heart of this ship inside.
Okay.
A giant brain linking towards down into the crystalline structure. What are we supposed to do? How do we... Gundren, what...
Oh boy, I bet my intellect would really come in handy about now, huh?
I, without even a break in my step, I'm just swinging and hitting against the glass as hard as I can.
That
over and
works,
over.
yeah.
all right. Can you roll to hit, please?
Yeah. 18.
Okay, that'll hit.
Is it still Vinny damage?
It is still Vinny damage.
Okay. 36 points of damage.
You see a crack appear within the glass.
I'm gonna continually swing.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any way to, like, seal off this room at all? Like, I know
There's a
things are
corridor
coming behind
behind you.
us. I don't know that I have anything.
Because I have multi-attack. Would I get another hit while they're doing
Correct.
something?
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah, go
I'm
ahead.
going to roll that. Exactly the same.
Beautiful.
34.
Significant cracks are forming on the surface. With a natural 20 from Nundro with his little pickaxe.
Yeah.
All right, well, you guys look like you got this. Keep on working on that. I'm going to do a quick detect magic just
Okay.
to see if there's anything else in this room that we should be aware of.
You are only picking up what you picked up before.
Amazing. I'm going to set myself up then facing the corridor and waiting until I can see whatever's coming after us. I'm just going to hold a spell until people appear.
Beautiful. I'm going to need some more than that. What spell are you holding?
I'm holding, it worked last time, Wall of Fire,
Okay.
to try to stave them off.
All right. Thardan,
Yeah.
roll a hit.
Roll. Okay. Yeah, a 26 and a 22
Beautiful.
is 18.
Beautiful. You smash the glass open.
Woo!
And in front of you is the throbbing, massive brain at the heart of this ship.
Then I run forward and use that second hit on the brain if I
Yep.
can reach it in one
That's
movement.
totally fine. Yep.
Cool. Is 16 points of bludgeoning and then 11 points of radiant.
Nundro follows you in. Gundren.
Actually, I'm going to bonus action rage now at the end of my turn.
That's fair. Gundren.
Hey.
Flooding towards you.
Again, is a sea of Mind Flayers.
All right, yeah,
You activate your Wall of Fire.
I shoot Prim out and she extends along the hallway and
And they begin to burn and burn and burn. Can you roll your damage, please?
well, if I can get a dexterity saving throw from them.
That's a pass.
Yeah.
They've learned.
19 points of damage, halved to 9.
They're fine, but they do seem quite shocked by what has happened.
How's it going back there, boys?
Gundren, what?
Don't you worry about it. I picked up a few things from Flick.
Have my ancestral guardians
Yes,
popped up?
they have.
And yeah, I think Nundro also looks around and sees like 3 ancestral dwarves hunkered around him and then another like 3 or 4 sort of in a wall in front of Gundren Flick,
Yep.
ready to go.
Boys, what's going on here? I don't...
Okay, so I'm Clarrybelle, but also Tharden, and that's Gundren, but also Flick, and we're here to help. And I do the finger guns.
All right, and he gets his pickaxe
All right, yeah, this might as well happen.
and goes, but in all his shock, he completely misses the brain, and it does not
rough
work.
stuff.
Clarrybelle, it's you again.
Eyes on the prize,
Okay.
Nundro.
We're recklessing now, baby. 21 to hit,
That hits.
and a 24 to hit.
That hits.
All right, first attack. Okay, so 21 bludgeoning and 9 radiant.
Beautiful.
20 bludgeoning and 18 radiant for the second hit.
As they continue to rush towards you, the Mind Flayers begin to crawl through the fire. They begin to rush towards you, and some of them meet you.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Gundren Rockseeker.
That is a 23 to hit, 17 to hit.
Yep.
They both hit you. Okay, you take 30 points of slashing damage.
The ancestral guardians that are in front of Flick, one of them imposes and takes 5 of those.
So 25 points of damage against you.
Oh boy. Yep, that still hurts. But they end their turn.
They do end their turn.
Can we have another dexterity?
Failed.
29 points of damage.
Much better.
Much better.
Still not quite enough.
Yep.
They are still coming towards you at pace.
Yep.
Gundren,
I'm going to do a good old classic thunder wave. Shove them back into that their fire.
lovely.
Heck yeah.
A classic Gundren thunder wave. If I could have a constitution saving throw in a 15-foot cube. So just...
Yep, they pass.
Okay, that's all right. They don't get pushed away, but they do take 13 points of thunder damage.
So 6.
Yeah, 6 points of thunder damage. Just something.
All right, they're definitely looking damaged at this point.
How's it going back there, boys?
A little shaken, I had to say.
Do you want to be there or do you want to be here? Because I can kind of body more hits than you.
Give me another round at it, and then maybe we can...
All right, Varden, it's you.
Cool. All right. 27 to hit and a 26 to hit. 14 bludgeoning and 14 radiant. And then the second... Oh, that was rough. I rolled 2 2s and then I re-rolled them and I got snake eyes.
Oh,
So it's 12 bludgeoning and 12 radiant for 24
Nice.
damage.
we love to hear it.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
And then I'm going to move to be 5 feet behind Gundren. So I'm going to run back behind
Yeah.
Flick.
Okay. Nundro's going to make his attack and miss again.
It's
Little
okay,
pickaxe
Nundro.
just off this soft, fleshy brain as the Mind Flayers rush towards you. Gundren,
Yep.
24 to hit, a 19 to hit, a 14 to hit. So that's 2 will
14
hit.
misses.
Beautiful. We're going to have a natural 1. We're going to have a 22 to hit, and we're going to have a 13 to hit.
13 misses.
So only 3 hit you.
Yep.
So that means you take 45 points of slashing damage
Take
as they
4
crash
away
against
from
you.
that.
So 41 points
Yeah.
of damage. Can you make a contested acrobatics or athletics check, please?
Sure. In my athletic dwarf body. That's a 9.
All right. And this one grabs you around the head and wraps its tentacles around your head and is currently primed to nibble. It is your turn.
Oh, boy.
Gundren.
Well, I'd love to deal some wall of fire damage before that,
Oh,
if
of
that's
course.
possible.
Beautiful.
Actually, I better do a concentration check for all those big hits, huh? Well, that's a no. Bye, firewall. Tap out, tap out, tap out. I think the best I got is to cast Blink and hopefully blink out of existence at the end.
Okay.
So you cast Blink.
Yep. 11 or higher. Natural 20. I'll blink
Okay.
so fast.
Okay, you're out. Farden, it's
Yeah.
you.
I'm just going to step up to where Gundren was and start hitting these guys. Mm-hmm. First is, so close to critting for me. But that was a 30. Does a 30 hit?
A 30 does just hit.
Yeah, great. And then a 22.
22 also does hit.
Okay. First hit, 20 bludgeoning and 6 radiant. Second hit, 21 bludgeoning, and you're going to love this, 18 radiant for 39 points of damage.
Wow. You have destroyed the one in front of you.
Oh,
Clarrybelle.
great.
Nice.
And then I just turn to whoever's next.
Lovely. All right, Nundro is going to have another go and is going to hit this time, doing some damage there as they attack you, Clarrybelle.
Got it.
That is a 15, which is
Nope.
going to miss you. That is a dirty 20, which is going to
Yep.
hit. That's going to miss. That's going to miss. And that natural
It's a
20 is
crit.
going to hit
Yeah.
you. So that's 2 hits and 1 crit.
Okay.
As the rest begin to flood towards you, the wall of fire now gone. However, they cannot get there because it is too tight.
Cool.
60 points of slashing damage, halved to 30. Gundren, it's your turn.
Gundren got any healing potions on him?
Not as far as you can tell.
Damn. I pop back into existence, patting my pockets. I'm like, well, all right. I'm going to go ahead and head up to this brain
Yeah.
and do a classic flick and stick my hand.
Oh,
In.
no, Jess, why?
Okay.
I'm going to cast Blight.
Okay.
Okay.
Before you cast Blight, can you make a charisma saving throw?
Well,
Oh, Jess.
none of these have been doing me well.
Is this time for a magical Jess?
Oh boy.
Nope. That wasn't it.
I'm gonna go ahead and add my add my
good
D6
call.
on that one. How's a 15?
It's a fail. As you stick your hand into the beating heart of these mind flayers and you feel the psionic energy pulsing through you, you take 50 points of psychic damage.
Well,
Cool.
I've just killed Gundren Rockseeker. Oh man, do I get the blight off? Nathan, can you give me the blight?
Can you roll initiative?
Yeah.
We'll roll contested initiative against the brain.
16.
It's a 12 on our end. Okay, you do cast the blight
Thank God.
as Gundren Rockseeker dies.
It goes unconscious technically,
Technically.
but probably dies. They need a Constitution saving throw. Sorry.
That's a foul.
26 points of necrotic damage.
It's not going to do it. You're very close.
Yep.
As Flick, you are out of this fight completely. And you leave the scene.
Gundren, I'm sorry.
Gundren Rockseeker, hand, energy pulsing through him. The psionic energy of the mind flayers, the entire hive mind pulsing through him. I don't know if you see it, Thardan. I think you're too distracted. But you hear the scream of
Okay.
Nundro.
Yeah.
As his brother
Yeah.
dies in front of him.
Yep.
Because of Flick's stupid decision making.
Thardan, it's you.
Me. Okay, I hear that. I turn my head. I see Gundren down. I am going to hopefully tank the attacks of opportunity that I'm about to get taken
Yeah.
on me, and I'm just going to run up and start wailing on this brain because I have no other option now.
22, that's
Yep.
one hit. That's a miss. That's 25, that's 2 hits. 16 is going to miss. 25 again. 14. So it's 3 hits. So you take 45, half to 22 points of slashing damage. Can you make a contested acrobatics or athletics check, please?
Sure. Athletics?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. Do they beat a 31?
No, not with a 9 on the die. As you rush off, one of them leaps to grab you and eat your head, but you are well out. Can you make your attacks against the brain?
Of course I can. I am going to make these ones reckless because I really want to crit. 24 to hit, 29 to hit.
Hits.
Yeah. 18 bludgeoning and 12 radiant for 30 total. Mm-hmm. And then 15 bludgeoning and 15 radiant for 30 total.
As once again, Thardan, you smash down and destroy the center brain of the mind flayers as they fall to the ground
Okay.
behind you.
Okay.
Their nucleus destroyed, and you feel the whole obelisk begin to list to the side, and you slip and slide and slam against the wall
Am I still in Thardan's body?
You are still in Thardan's body for now. Nundra has knelt down and is grabbing Gundren.
Yeah, I am running up to help with that because I think I can probably lift Gundren easier than Nundro.
Okay.
So if I can, I'm actually going to try and like fireman's carry it and get Gundren on my shoulder rather than Nundro's and just start running to the nearest exit.
Yeah. Okay, can you make an initiative roll for me?
9.
Nathan.
The advantage on initiative would have been so nice at that moment.
That is a sweet, sweet natural 20.
Okay.
As you run,
Yeah.
again, the ship shifts, and you can feel and see cracks beginning to appear on the surface. There is a massive crack as the whole obelisk splits in half, and you can see empty space around you. Do you continue to run, Thardan?
Where is the crack? Like, how is it split in half? Has it split in half? Like, as in, like,
Hot dog or hamburger?
yeah, hot dog or hamburger. You know, like, is it like banana split or has it like
Hot dog or hamburger,
Burger.
Nathan?
I still don't know what that means.
okay?
A
So
hot dog slit goes
Down the middle, vertically
a
down the middle.
hamburger slit goes
Horizontally.
Okay, you should have
Obviously.
said Excalibur sword.
sideways sword.
Yeah.
yeah.
Hamburger.
Okay. Has that split happened below us or above us?
Above you.
Okay, then I'm going to keep running
Okay.
and try and outrun things falling on my
Fantastic.
head.
Can you make a Constitution saving throw?
14.
Okay, that's a fail.
Yeah.
Okay, so your speed is halved. Can you make
gosh.
another initiative roll with disadvantage?
12.
Okay, that is better than the roll here. So you do manage to make it to a
Okay.
ship. And you do manage to pull yourself and
Yeah.
Nundro and Gundren's body
Okay.
into the ship
Yeah.
and leave off
Okay.
Okay.
as the scene fades. Flick, your eyes open. Removed from Gundren's body, you're floating in empty, dark space. Distantly, you can hear the throb of the audience below you. You look down, and you can see the stage and the audience enjoying the performance of your peers, but you're dead. Or Gundren's dead. Coming out from you like a path is a string, or a series of strings. What do you do?
Where are the strings leading?
The strings made of light seem to be shifting in several different directions, some heading down, some heading to the left, some heading up.
They seem to be randomly moving and then coming back together and linking.
In a braid,
Huh.
weaving together.
The weave. I mean, I guess I'm going to reach down and like pluck one of the strings and see if I can figure out where it leads. Like, I don't know, I pick one at random. I'm like, what? Is it like physical or?
So are you plucking it like a guitar string or are you pulling? You did both hand gestures.
I'm plucking it like a guitar string.
Okay.
Like inside out too. I'm plucking the.
Yeah.
You reach out and you pluck a string. Thong. And you can hear the vibration of the sound moving through until partway through, like glass, it shatters and it ricochets back up towards you and that string breaks.
Yikes. So these aren't good vibrations. Hey, Prim? You there?
Always.
Okay. What? Always? Anyway, what's going on? Am I dead? Is this like ghost land? Do I gotta shatter the strings or is that bad? It seems bad.
It does seem bad.
It seems that these are strings of
The weave.
Oh, like the capital T, capital W weave?
I don't know, but they do seem to be weaving together. And
Right.
what we were doing was fighting battles from your past. And then I felt a surge in me and we shifted. And we were fighting a battle of the present.
So now we gotta fight the battles of the future.
Maybe. I would definitely say that we are sitting outside of the normal proceedings, whatever that means here in this strange realm.
Yeah, look down. Can I see my own body? Like, am I down there on the stage?
You can see yourself lying flat on the stage.
Oh no. Are there any strings to my body?
They seem to be heading downwards, but they don't seem to be heading directly to your body.
Huh. What about Clarrybelle? How's she doing?
You can see her. She is running It's a bit difficult to tell from the distance.
Is it like a Hamilton turntable situation where like Hades Town just like, I'm coming, wait for me? Is that how it works on the stage?
No, she just seems to be running in place.
Am I still in my full bodysuit when Flick
Yes.
sees me on the stage?
Thank
God.
And of course, the crowd, "Wah, yes!" People like throwing things on the stage.
Yeah.
They're being tackled by these amorphous floating
All right.
bodyguards.
All right. Have you got a bead on like Mystra? That's why we came here, right? Because is there like a golden godly string?
I feel like we must be close.
I mean, yeah.
If
it's
we're
her
seeing the
festival,
weave,
right?
and if it's her festival,
Maybe we go to the management tent. Like,
I feel like we're outside the tents now.
okay.
We've left past tense. Now.
We're in present tense.
I look up.
That's where gods are, right?
You look up, and all of the weaving strings begin to link together, heading upwards.
Oh, okay. Yeah, good. I wish I'd done that sooner. Okay.
Try to like kick like I'm swimming to go up.
Okay, you try to kick, and kind of like there's a vibration of air that moves the string as you kick along and shifts it, causing it to flick. And you see it becoming more and more brittle. And then as you kick, you feel weight return to your body as you slowly start to sink and slide down and drop and drop. And now you're falling
Oh no.
with the string floating in front of you.
Oh boy, I reach out and try to grab it. This is gonna hurt.
Okay, you reach out and try to grab the weave. And we cut to Clarrybelle.
Oh.
Rope burn. Oh, no.
Roll for rope burn!
You know I don't like ladders, Nathan.
As your ship leaves the obelisk of the symphony, around you it shatters into a million pieces, and you feel something within you, warmth in your chest, shaking, vibrating, completely out of your own control. A single tear falls from your face and drops on this kind of invisible ground beneath you, and it grows into a pool and forms into a set of steps in front of you.
Fancy.
A blue sky around you, and you're standing taller than you normally are. And you look down at your hands and you're holding Vinny,
Okay.
but instead of your usual maul, it's an enormous long sword.
I look around a little more.
You turn behind you and you see a man, long white hair, stretching out his arms in this beautiful, vibrant purple robe. A whisper in your mind tells you that this is the Lord of the Gods, Lord Ao. He looks out upon you, strikes a pose. Ao! And he starts...
Yes. Let me hear you say Ayo.
And he starts whacking. What's it called? Voguing. There we go. Whacking and voguing. And like swinging his arms. Boom, boom, coming down the stairs towards you.
Ayo?
I have such a clear image of this.
Yeah. Ayo?
Home! Work it, work it.
Hi, I'm Clarrybelle. I'm not quite sure where I am or what's going on. Vinny's different. I didn't tell him to be a sword.
This person places their hand on your shoulder.
Yep.
We gotta stop these people. We gotta stop these gods.
Yes. Wait, what?
Helm, you're here to protect their staircase. Until these texts are returned, it's your job. Nobody enters, nobody leaves. Helm, shh.
Baby, shh.
Speak not. Protect. And let Lord Ao lead the way. And begins to whack up the stairs. And you are left standing there, silenced.
Can I talk or am I
You can't
physically
talk.
can't talk? I'd like to in my mind
In my mind.
just
The movie in my mind.
holding Vinny, trying to channel as much brain power as I can.
With night.
With 9 intelligence. Yeah.
Using every one of those.
Every one of those
Every one of those
points.
9 brain cells. Vinny, can you hear me through my brain instead of through my voice? Because I don't think I can talk right now.
I've always been able to communicate with you through our brains.
Oh, thank
goodness. Okay. Okay. I don't know what the situation is here. I think maybe Ayo
Yes, Lord Ao,
just
ruler
called-
over the gods,
Great.
the great arbiter, the Lord of balance.
They were fabulous. But I think they just called me Helm, and I'm Clarrybelle.
Yeah, I've been here before. It wasn't good. This was when Mystra died.
Oh, wait. Helm said I had to guard the stair. Do I have to kill Mystra?
Look, I can't say what you have to do or you don't have to do, but this definitely seems like what's happening now.
Okay. I guess I just look everywhere I can to see if there's any kind of clue or hint, or am I just going to be stuck here standing as Helm forever? Like Clarrybelle, like every other one of these things, there's a problem that's needed to be solved, and we've solved the problem and we've moved to the next little scene. So I think that's what Clarrybelle's looking for.
Yeah.
How do I move to the next thing?
You look around and you're on this enormous staircase that reaches up forever into the sky, but also downward. And you can see beneath you a map.
Oh, okay.
But then you realize it's not a map. You're just floating so far above the Sword Coast that you can recognize the coastlines and Neverwinter and Baldur's Gate and Candlekeep down at the bottom. All these places, some of which you've been to, some of which you haven't. And you are floating above it all. And then you see a small dot at the bottom of the staircase that grows and grows as it heads towards you.
Okay, Vinny, do you know who that is?
Do I really need to say it? Come on. Come on, Clary. You know, we've been here. We know what the
You've been
plan is.
here.
Oh, but you know.
Okay, yeah.
You know.
Come on.
Yeah, I guess I just wait for the dot to turn into a figure.
And it walks towards you, forming into a feminine figure. Tall, lean, beautiful. You know this is Mystra.
Yep.
But as she walks, her feet form these small pools that shift off into golden strings around her, the weave floating in the air, leading towards you. You can feel the pull of the staircase formed by your tear. Well, from Helm's tear that held Mystra within it. And then you hear a whisper behind you. Clarrybelle.
Who, what? Hi?
You cannot speak. You
She's
say it in your
trying to
head.
say that in her head.
Okay, do you turn? Or do you keep your eye on the bottom, Mystra?
How far away is Mystra?
Maybe 300 feet away?
Okay, I have time to do a quick glance around for sure.
Fading in and out, non-corporeal, slightly transparent, is Mystra next to you, looking bedraggled and lost. Her hands try to grasp at something, but the connection's failing. Clarrybelle, the weave is broken. And she's gone.
Vinny, did you see that?
What am I supposed to be seeing?
There was a ghost Mystra along with the...
A ghost Mystra? Where?
She was right there, and she said the weave was broken.
The weave
which
was...
we already knew.
Yeah, we knew that.
Yeah. So I don't... I look back at the current Mystra that's coming up the stairs.
Slowly walking. As Mystra becomes closer and closer, more and more of these strands appear, some of them connecting to the staircase, others slowly snaking out like arms reaching towards you. And you can feel this burn as they flick against your body.
Vinny, is the weave meant to do that?
Is the weave supposed to be doing what?
The gold thingies, and they're burning me, and...
What gold thing is? I can't see what you're talking about.
Great, okay. Well, there are gold thingies, and they're burning me. Did that happen to Helm?
This is not what happened last time I was here.
Okay. I put like a Charles Xavier finger up to my head. Mystra, you're a god of magic. Can you hear my brain talking? Because I can't say anything out loud. And I just try and shoot thoughts at the Mystra coming up the stairs.
Okay, you try and shoot thoughts across at the Mystra. They do not stop. But again, from the other side now, you hear the voice. The weave is broken.
The weave I'm looking at, or the weave from my time?
Save a new Mystra. You must. New. And it's gone.
New Mystra.
As a whip cracks, as a string of the weave reaches straight inside you, into your chest, or the chest of Helm, and you feel a tug, a pull, pulling you forwards towards Mystra.
Does it feel like the same impetus as it was like when we got thrown into those earlier scenes? Like I'm being
pulled through or...
In a way, you're
Yeah.
definitely being pulled, but there's definitely something about this that is different to what
Okay.
happened before, in
Yeah.
the same way that Flick obviously went there, but
Yeah.
Flick has the same where it's like, okay, I'm definitely not in a scene right now.
Yeah. I'm not wise either. Can I just like insight check the feeling that I'm having?
Sure.
13 insight.
Okay. You feel a connection to what's pulling you forwards.
Okay.
You know what the feeling of having the tear inside you was like.
Yeah.
There was a connection to something bigger, to something beyond, to something that was existing outside of the mortal sphere. And you can kind of feel that. It feels open and endless, but also secure.
Okay. Then I'll follow it.
Okay, you follow it. And you are floating above the staircase, outside of Helm's body, and you turn around and Helm stands behind you, and Mystra stands in front of you.
Hi?
You can speak now, but Helm does not seem to be listening. He raises his long sword.
Wait, this was the mistake. He didn't want to do this.
Mystra, why do you return? Have you brought the tomes with you?
Helm, I have not brought the tomes. There are items above which I must take. Otherwise humanity will fall.
Humanity will fall if you break the balance. Lord Ao, in their ultimate wisdom, has decreed no entry until the tomes are returned.
And do you think that is the wisest course of action?
It is not my role to determine the wisdom of the actions. It is our role to follow the will of Lord Ao.
And he lowers his sword until it is pointing at Mystra. Helm, you don't need to do this. Ao will not know, and we will return balance with our wisdom and our power.
No.
And he raises his sword and slashes Mystra down. As her body breaks into a million different strings, weaving together, breaking apart. In your floating state, Clarrybelle, you can see strings heading off to your family at home. And you leaving on your first piece of adventure, flying off to Flick, arriving back at her island for the first time. Strange creatures rising from the depths, creating an obelisk made of stone, floating eyes and toothy mouths as history plays out through the weave. Flick,
What's up?
can you make a death saving throw?
Oh boy!
Oh no!
Okay, that's a 12.
Okay, that's a success. Mystra has fallen in front of you.
Can I reach her in a weird...
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'd like to go to where she is.
Okay, you head to where she is. You can feel this intense heat from the power that Mystra held fallen, and the pieces breaking apart. And you can feel every emotion that you felt through this journey and your journey with the symphony and your interactions with the Spellplague. What do you want to do now that you're at Mystra? As all these strings are flying in all these different directions.
Is she dead, or is she like fading?
She's slowly fading as her body has kind of broken apart into these individual strings. It's like she was crocheted. And she's all of her individual pieces are falling apart and being
Good
pulled
thing
in all
about
directions.
crochet,
Yeah.
you can just pull.
Yeah.
I guess Clarrybelle then, from in amongst all of the strings of Mystra that are sort of falling apart, she wants to see if she can sense one that gives her the same feeling as that sort of string that just pulled her out of this moment. Mm-hmm. And if there's one to like, if there's a one that she feels like she should grab onto.
Mm-hmm. And you reach out and you kind of find what you think is the core of what your experience is with Mystra. And you grab, and it's kind of in the middle, and it's at the moment the largest chord, and you grab hold of it. And it begins to calm and settle in your hands. Before it was waving madly. And then slowly it kind of shortens and shortens and shortens until it's this kind of like mass in your hand. You hear a clatter behind you.
I'll turn and look.
Vinny the Vindicator has fallen to the ground out of Helm's hand. Helm is shaking, his face a mask of pain.
Mystra, forgive me.
As a single tear falls from his eye and bounces and falls in your hands and captures the energy of Mystra again. As you feel the tear of Helm return to you once more. Flick, can you make another death saving throw?
16 success.
16.
Oh
Another
my god,
success.
Mystra doesn't die, you guys.
Mystra doesn't die! Oh my god! The stairs fade beneath you, and they fall as another tear dropping down. Boop. and you hear this enormous rush of water as it falls on the ground as you stand in the forge at Gauntlgrim, the tier having formed the enormous waterfall that blocks Prim. You are Clarrybelle once more,
Do I have Vinny
standing
again?
in Gauntlgrim. You have Vinny still with you.
Okay.
You're Vinny.
Hello?
Hello.
Vinny, did you also see all of that happen?
I mean, I saw it from so many angles.
Okay.
I was with you seeing once more what happened, and I was there. I was the sword that slew her,
Was that
slayed her.
Slay.
was that hard for you to do again? Are you okay?
It's already happened. There's not much I can do about that, and I don't think that we were supposed to change it.
Yeah. I think I have the tear again. But it's also the waterfall.
Yeah, I don't know.
Prim, are you here?
And I'll walk as close to the waterfall as I can get and call
Okay.
out again.
Flick, can you make another death saving throw?
Is this another success?
Okay.
3 successes.
Flick,
Yo.
as you fall, and the weave spreads around you, and the rope breaks and shatters, you hear the rush, and you think you're landing down into the audience, but the strings of Mystra come out from somewhere beneath you and catch you
Trampoline.
and guide you down like the arms of a loving parent and place you down in a tunnel. Stone walls, blank. And you see in front of you a body of water pouring down, and Clarrybelle.
Hey.
Flick?
Hi. Are we... What did we fight in here? Like, is this another flashback?
I died in here, so I'm really hoping we don't do that again.
Oh boy, yeah, I forgot about that.
So, okay, quick. I don't know
Yeah,
what.
where did you go?
Okay, so
Because I killed Gundren.
I was there for that bit. I was Tharden.
Yes.
Yeah. And then there was this tier and it made a staircase. And I was like up with the gods. And there was this astoundingly fabulous god with like long hair that was like dancing in a way that I'd never seen anybody dance before.
Okay.
And they were Ayo, or maybe that was just something that they said. And then I was Helm, and then Mystra was coming, and I thought maybe I was going to have to kill her because, Ayo, I think I was maybe like, Vinny said it was like the past, like the first time.
Oh, okay.
But then Ghost Mystra appeared behind me and said the weave was broken and we needed a new Mystra. And then I wasn't Helm anymore. I was just kind of floating above them like I was Ghost Clarrybelle. And then Helm killed Mystra, and then I grabbed on to she fell apart like crochet. And yeah. And I grabbed like a string, and then it turned into like a ball, and then there was another tear from Helm, and then it all went inside me, and then I was here.
You have a ball of string inside of you?
I think so.
Oh, boy.
That kind of merged with a tear. So maybe I have a bit of Helm and a bit of
You
Mystra.
have a
I
wet
don't know.
ball of string inside of you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I kind of poke at my gut, see if I can feel a wet ball of string inside me.
You cannot feel it, but as you
Okay.
poke for your wet ball of string, darkness falls in the room.
Grab Clarabelle's hand.
Okay.
I don't. Where were you somewhere?
Oh, I was just kind of like ghost floating above my body. I don't know how alive I am anymore.
Okay.
Which, what's new, right?
I feel I try and feel for a little pulse in the hand that's holding mine. Is it the stone hand? What do you have
Well,
anymore?
no, I'm a ghost kind of like light hand, I guess.
Oh, that's right. That's not going to be a
It's
pulse
like
in
made
that.
of pure light.
Cool,
and
cool.
Yeah, I don't
I
think
just-
I've had a pulse for a couple of days now.
That's true.
What's new?
Yeah.
What's new, girl?
I just hold Flick's hand
Okay.
and see if I could see anything in the darkness.
I have dark.
Yeah, Nathan, actually, did you know
Actually,
that I have 120
you know-
feet of dark vision?
Light appears at the end of the tunnel
Don't go towards the light.
to the entrance of Gauntlgrim. Blue light, red light, shifting and changing like flames as you know it, and the blue flame that you've experienced this whole time, as the walls that were blank slowly are carved with the dirge of Delzoon, and light appears again, like the sun rising. Around you can see dwarves walking, working, lighting the forge, building weapons, talking, drinking.
Do you continue standing there?
Can they see? Do we get the impression they can see us?
They don't seem to be reacting to you at this time.
Prim, did you take us into the past again, or?
This is not my doing.
Oh, okay.
Are you is there another you that's still behind that waterfall that we should be?
Yeah.
I was here, yes.
Do you want us to bust you out, or?
Prison Break. We're really good at
Yeah,
those.
it's true.
Heist time.
I don't know if we can... they can't see us.
I walk over to just one of the any dwarves and I try and punch him in the face. Just to see if anything happens.
Yeah, not a poke, not a hand on the shoulder.
Wham!
Wham. Wow,
Okay.
violence.
As your hand makes contact with his face,
Yeah.
darkness falls as the sun sets, and more of the dirge is painted upon the walls.
Okay, maybe don't do that.
Or maybe punching things is how we get the next part of the story.
Okay.
No? Last resort?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if it works, but what's happening now? Are they still there? Just
You
doing.
can't see them, it's darkness.
Oh, okay.
And you hear a voice,
Take no prisoners.
and you hear swords being drawn. Shing! The clatter of steel, bodies falling to the ground, screams, cries, the gruff voices of creatures. As the sun rises again, you see the dwarves littering the floor, orcs standing above them. Gauntlgrim taken as the dirge continues.
I mean, you can punch an orc if you want. They
Yeah,
seem to
I'll
have
go
just
punch
killed
an
a
orc.
bunch of, yeah.
I imagine I'm not punching this one in the face. I imagine I'm probably punching it somewhere in the belly region where I can reach.
Clarrybelle reaching out, punching one of these ghost orcs in the
Gorks, as they are known.
in the stomach. Gorks. A shift again as night falls and the sun rises once again as the dirge continues to be painted on the walls, a red wizard of Thay in an empty forge. He steps towards the waterfall, his hand out.
Stop it.
He pauses.
I didn't expect that.
Can you hear us?
This is your conscience speaking.
Don't do it.
You should stop.
You should let whatever's behind the waterfall go free.
With a pained stretch, he lifts up his hand again and attempts to move the waterfall.
You have something in your teeth.
Stretching.
Your fly's undone.
And he steps forward into the waterfall, and then he catches a glimpse of himself in a droplet falling. And his hand drops, and you see him go, And he goes to pick something out of his teeth as the power of the water crushes him, and he is cleft in twain as the back half of a red wizard of Thay falls. As night falls, and the dirge is drawn.
There's nothing to punch this time.
I mean, I think we did better than a punch. We did a waterfall vivisection.
Yeah.
So I was thinking maybe that was Zaz, but I guess that isn't Zaz.
No, not if we cut him in half with water.
To be fair, I think he's come back from the dead a lot of times.
That's true.
Boy, that sucks.
I feel like Zaz would care if there was something in his teeth.
Oh, for sure.
Should we be going towards the light?
I feel like the light's been coming towards us.
It's been coming up the tunnel and is now going around the forge
Oh
and filling
boy.
in.
Okay. Yeah.
As suddenly a giant crack opens up above you as Gauntlgrim splits open, and you can see the sky above you. As the light rises from the sky, you can see giant pieces of rock falling to the ground around you, smashing, breaking apart, as magma begins to pour in.
Uh-oh. Can we be, are we ghosts? We can't be hurt my magma, right?
I hope not.
Oh boy.
Maybe get on my shoulders.
I don't, okay.
I don't know if we're ghosts at this time.
Okay.
Is there a rock we can climb on, maybe? Prim, you're made of fire. Why can't you, can you help?
Yeah, should we be getting out of here?
I think that we should.
Okay. I'm going to try to grab Prim from around my neck and cast Summon Draconic Spirit and turn her into a dragon that we can fly out on.
Yeah, baby.
Can you tell me about Summon Draconic Spirit?
Okay.
I'm not familiar with the spell.
So it's a 5th level spell. You call forth a draconic spirit. When you cast it, you choose a family of dragon. And I'm going to turn her into like a big red fire dragon.
Yeah.
It's an ally to us. And she's got a bunch of cool stats now.
Crivy.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
As you form this draconic spirit and Prim forms into this enormous flaming dragon beneath you, you climb upon her and fly out. And you shoot out at the top of Mount Hope now. And you can see above you the enormous obelisk shattered, cracked in two.
Wait, hang on. Prim, can you still talk to us as a dragon spirit, whatever you are?
Of course.
Are we back at now? Is this a real thing or is this a memory thing?
Yeah.
What's going on?
I don't wish to be unhelpful, but I really don't know.
Okay.
Cool.
It would seem that we're now and in the present.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the big cracked obelisk is a thing we should probably deal with?
I mean, I think that's dealt with. I think maybe we go to
okay.
Neverwinter. Why is Mount Hope now erupting? We look back at Mount Hope now. What's it doing?
Erupting?
What do you want from me? Why is it erupting?
It's the keyhole again.
It's a keyhole.
Yeah, Mount Hope now is erupting. It's hot now.
Yeah, good.
But as you look back
Yep.
at Mount Hot now,
Yeah.
scores, hundreds, thousands of mind flayers are marching up towards Gauntlgrim. Creatures, long tadpole-like creatures with one eye and a huge mouth float through the air, more of them pouring down from the fallen vessel of the obelisk above you.
Do you think they're lava resistant?
We gotta Pompeii these suckers. We gotta.
Yes, Pompeii.
Yes!
The well-renowned historic event of the
I
Forgotten
saw a
Realms.
lot of things when I was falling through the weave. Okay. I mean, I'm gonna guess not.
Does it look like the lava's on a collision course with these mind flayers?
Yeah, pieces of it are flying,
Okay.
pieces are going, but they are marching irrespective.
Okay. Prim, is there anything in there we should be worried about them getting their hands on? Because, like, before it was they wanted the tear, but the tear's in me.
Yeah.
So is there something else in there that could be bad news?
I don't know.
Great.
Thank you.
This has all come back to Gauntlgrim. Where are we now? Where am I now? Am I with you? Or are we still in a different time and I am down there?
Yeah,
I mean,
Good question.
Yeah, we got you out in our time. Can Clarrybelle try and like pierce through the veil and try and like
Yeah, can we
figure out how time travel hijinks work in this moment?
Yeah, can we roll to open our third eye, please?
I assume this is a disadvantage.
What are you rolling?
I don't know. Yeah, I think when Prim asked that question, Clarrybelle wants to see
Does
if
it
she
feel
can
like now?
figure out the magic physics of the time travel we've been
Roll
doing.
an Arcana check. It would be disadvantaged,
Yeah.
but because you've got the Tear of Mystra, I'm going to make it flat. So roll one Arcana check.
That's an 8.
Okay.
Good.
So
Yeah,
you do
good,
not
good,
beat the DC.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do I still see strings and stuff, or are we back at like, normal functioning levels?
So you're back mostly at normal functioning levels, but you
Yeah.
can see kind of these strings just flittering out from Clarrybelle, breaking
Can I
and
see
just
them?
falling. You can.
Hey, you got a little something.
Yeah, okay. I have Helm's Tear, but I also have Mistra's ball of string.
Ball of body, yeah.
Maybe. Okay, so she said the weave was broken. Is this? I don't know. New Mystra? What?
The weave is broken.
We've got to fall off this dragon so that those of might and magic are falling.
Can I?
I got a great plan.
Clarrybelle's running.
see it so clearly. Just flickering like, all right.
And jump cut.
Clarrybelle's just running on vibes at the moment.
Yeah.
Can I see if any of the strings that are kind of falling out of me in weird ways have that same feeling as the other ones that have been like, you're meant to follow me?
You can feel the strings falling apart.
Okay.
And you can feel the tear
Yeah.
of Helm holding Mystra inside of you just falling apart. and dimming.
Okay, bad. We're losing Mystra.
Oh boy, okay. I should have learnt my lesson at this point, but my first instinct, I've got to say, is to take my semi-incorporeal hand and stick it in the thing that's going wrong.
I mean,
but that went really bad last time I put a hand in your chest. You almost died.
But you saved her.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I can't put a hand in there to fix it, so if you can.
Oh boy. Okay. Let me think about this for 2 seconds while the world is ending.
That's not like Flick.
I know, right?
Clarrybelle's trying to grab probably like incorporeal strings and shove them back into her body. And I don't think it's working.
As you're thinking, the giant wings of Prim, and she is pulled back, and you're almost thrown from Prim the dragon as the psionic energy of thousands of mind flayers begin to pull Prim back down towards Gauntlgrim.
Okay, I think if you're going to stick your hand into the Mystra ball.
If you're going to stick a hand into me, you better do it right now.
Yeah. I think if you're going to stick your hand into the Mystra ball, it has to be now.
Okay, Prim, see if you can maybe land away from the lava a bit. Okay.
And I'll have Vinny kind of at the ready.
And Flick reaches out, and despite all of the tension and everything, she does hesitate a little bit. And she tries for once in her life to start slow. And she's going to reach for one of the tendrils before it snaps. And she's going to, like she did with Gundren, attempt to use Druidcraft on it to essentially almost use that magic like vines wrapping around a broken tree to restabilize it.
You reach out with one finger.
Bink!
And you touch one of the strings and channel your energy through it. And from beneath you, you feel the energy of Prim. You're connected directly to her with this same hand burst through you, the flame fly through you. You can feel the energy of the Spellplague that turned you to stone, still laying dormant somewhere within you, flow through you, and a string wraps around your arm.
Okay.
I mean, that did something.
I didn't have to put my hand in you, so that's nice.
Yeah, I appreciate that a lot.
I'm going to try...
Maybe if you tug on it, it'll just unravel
I'm
like
going
a
to try
ball of
yanking
string.
it. I'm just...
Okay, you try and pull it. Clarrybelle, you feel the draw as the energy of Mystra, the tear of Helm, is being pulled from you. The tendrils of the weave begin to weave around Flick's arm.
Okay, so just as a ghost Mystra definitely said we needed a new Mystra, and now that this is happening, I may be kind of worried that the weave might just make that decision.
Okay.
Creatures fly up around you. These aboleth creatures float around you.
I'm ready to hit any that come close enough.
Kill the girl as they
there's
begin
two
to
of us.
swarm.
There's 3 of us. How dare you?
As they
And Vinny, I don't want to speak for you, but
as maybe 20 or 30 of them begin to swarm you.
Lord.
Again, as Prim is being pulled back down towards the ground.
I think whatever you're doing, flicking you to hurry it up. I know you want to be careful, but
Nope. Okay. Let's see what this baby can do. I'm going to, just through the power of believing in myself. Yes. And with that soundtrack playing
in the
my
movie,
head,
that's the song that will be playing in the background.
finally, I'm going to attempt to, because it's just a big ball of string, like crochet, we're going to, like crochet, like reverse crochet. I'm just going to whip it out. I'm going to essentially grab on with the strings wrapping around my arm and attempt to almost flick it out in front of me like a giant whip, just trying to cut people down.
Okay. Can you roll to hit
Yeah.
with your spell attack bonus?
Oh, yeah. 25.
Okay. With a 25, like a crack of thunder, the weave stretches out from you and whips through a whole host of the aboleths that float towards you, but more join them as you are slowly lowered deeper and deeper towards Gauntlgrim.
Have you got it all?
Are people trying to hit me? Is that what you're doing over there, sir?
That's 3 hits against Clarrybelle.
Oh, against me. Okay. I should have started raging. This is fine.
There is a rudeness.
Oh, they're doing necrotic damage anyway. It wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah, true.
So you take 36 points of necrotic damage.
Are there a bunch of them just near me? Then?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, I'll rage. And as Flick is figuring out what the deal is with the weave and Mystra and all the things, I'll just try and hit at the ones that, like, just trying to bat them away a bit. I don't know.
Beautiful. Roll to hit.
Oh, a 20.
20 will hit.
Great. And a natural 1.
That will miss.
Okay. 17 points of bludgeoning damage and 22 points of radiant damage.
Is that your whole turn?
My ancestral guardians will just all flank up, shield out, almost like Roman, like that turtle thing that they make, all around Flick to just cocoon her in a little bubble of spiritual energy while she's figuring out whatever she needs to figure out right now.
Okay, beneath you, you can hear the rumbles of Mount Hote now beginning to shake at its foundation. Flick, what are you going to do?
I think Flick has an instinct for what she needs to do, but just really, really wants everything to be okay still. So she's gonna try one more time. She's gonna instead of a big whip, she's going to try to reform the weave into like a shield almost that expands out and tries to create almost like a protective bubble in front of them, essentially casting protection from evil, attempting to just keep these guys away, trying to give her a second to think, trying to just stop us from moving downwards like anything, just please.
Can you read out the spell protection from evil and good?
It's one willing creature you touch, so I'd say probably...
Do you?
I mean, I'd do Prim probably to try to stop them from taking her down, but we'll see. Is protected against certain types of creatures, aberrations, celestials, elementals, fey, fiends, and undead. They have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target, also can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed.
Okay. So you cast this on Prim, and all of these kinds of ropes and tendrils of the weave begin to twist around her and form this entire shell, like a suit of armor made of these weaving ropes of magic in her dragon form.
Excellent.
I mean, if you are the new Mystra, I feel like you're kind of killing it already.
Is that stopping her from being pulled down further?
She is slowly stopping being pulled down.
Great.
But there are still so many creatures.
All right. Is it still my turn?
I would say that would be the end of your turn, as loosely as we are being. Ooh.
Oh, no.
So that's 3 hits, or 2 hits and a crit against you.
Okay.
And then it'll be 3 hits against you.
Were they rolled at disadvantage because
they were
of
not.
my ancestral guardians?
I'll try that again. Still 3 hits.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so that's 36 points of damage against you.
I will burn my reaction. It's only 30 points of damage.
Okay, 30 points of damage against you.
As one of my ancestral guardians just gets its shield in against one of those harder hits.
And 48 points of damage against you, Clarrybelle.
Okay.
Necrotic. Clarrybelle, it's your turn.
Yeah, okay, so I think Clarrybelle wants to look and see if there's a tangible psionic rope that's around Prim that she could break, or if it's just better to keep hitting these mind things.
So you can't see a tangible loop. What you can see is down on the volcano, like all of these hands from these mind flayers trying to pull down.
Okay. Well, save from just base jumping on top of those guys, I don't think I can solve that problem.
Which is a perfectly valid way to go about this.
I think I'm just going to keep batting away at the ones that are above
Roll
us.
to hit.
That's only a 15 to hit.
That misses.
Yeah. But a crit on the next one.
Beautiful. That makes up for it, surely.
Okay. 30 points of bludgeoning and then 42 points of radiant, so 72 points of damage overall.
It is still alive.
Yeah, I figured. And my ancestral guardians are still just holed up over Flick, trying to keep her as safe as
You
possible.
can hear as they try to weather the storm
Yeah.
of these creatures.
Yeah, for sure.
As again beneath you, you can hear the shaking rumbles of Mount Hoot now beneath you. Flick, it's your turn.
Yeah.
Flick takes a deep breath. And she's going to first try casting Freedom of Movement on Prim.
Mm-hmm.
Does that break whatever hold is left? Does she...
Can you read freedom of movement to me?
No.
I can look it up, that's fine.
The target's movement is unaffected by difficult terrain, and spells and other magical effects can neither reduce the target's speed nor cause the target to be paralyzed or restrained.
Okay, yeah. That is successful.
All right.
In combination with your other work, I would say.
I lean down to Prim and I'm like, get out of here as quickly as you can. I turn to Clarrybelle. And I know you're fighting.
Yeah.
But I think, there's that moment.
Yeah.
That sort of like bullet time moment where I just
my
catch.
maul's like just come through a creature and I'm kind of like, it's turned me to look at you.
I just look in your eyes. I'm like, I love you.
I love you too.
And I jump off the dragon towards the lava.
And Flick begins to plummet down, back through the chasm.
Flick?
As I'm heading down, I'm trying to send some tendrils ahead of me. I had a few thoughts about, trying to destroy all of these things in the sky, with some sort of thunder wave or trying to turn them to dust, essentially. But then she remembers her discussion with Gundren that the Spellplague's been all about destruction, and what she brings to it is creation. So instead, she's going to create and stoke the fire that's building and let nature take its course.
Clarrybelle, you see Flick
Yeah.
pass out of sight through the top crack of Mount Hoot now, down towards Gauntlgrim. And a moment later, as lava shoots forth and explodes out as Mount Hoot now erupts once more, lava spews forth in front of you and lands across the people, the mind flayers, and the slaves of the symphony, crawling up the mountain, burning them and destroying them. Another spurt comes forward, and you're blinded. As Prim, shifting from her dragon form, forms an orb around you, as lava bursts and you are protected by Prim's form. Prim reforms into a dragon and flies off into the distance as you see further eruptions and lava hitting the aboleths, hitting the mind flayers, shooting off, crashing into the city of Neverwinter and destroying those that are guarding it. You sweep around and you can see, standing atop a tower, Priestess Rohini, and you hear a crack as above you the obelisk shatters into 1,000,000 pieces, and Rohini turns to ash. As Prim swings round over Neverwinter, coming back towards Mount Hoot now, you can see, oddly quickly, the lava settling, returning the ground to nothing but ash, as tendrils of the weave begin to rise up out of the fertile ash ground and form flowers and trees, as the entirety of Mount Hoot now, once covered in craggy stone and the choir of the symphony, now turns to a beautiful, lush green landscape.
As we're coming over Mount Hoot now and we're seeing this, I think everything's just kind of blurring in Clarrybelle's sight because she's just looking, her eyes are fixed on where she last saw Flick fall and are just blurred with tears, because all she can think about at this moment, even in the beauty and the wonder of what Flick has managed to do, she's just terrified for the fate of her friend.
Primus Flick, do you think... I mean, the weave is working. She had the weave. Is she gonna... Do you think...
I do not know, my child.
But you're connected, aren't you? Can you feel her? Can you...
I am connected no longer.
Can we go look?
Prim flies down and lands in the now fertile sinkhole in the middle of Hotenow. What was once Gauntle Grim is now covered in beautiful greenery, hanging vines, colourful flowers. You can even hear the chirping of small animals as Prim breaks her draconic form and shifts again to the small woman. You look around and you do not see the body of Flick.
Flick? Flick?
There's no response.
I go to like where the center of like this sinkhole is, and I'm just going to sit down and like reach my hand out to the sort of greenery that's growing here and those tendrils of the weave, and just see if I can feel, sense any even flicker of Flick in this place.
You reach out and you feel for some kind of energy or spirit, and you feel a hand on your back.
Flick?
You turn around. It's one of your ancestral guardians. And then another hand, as another ancestral guardian appears, and another, and another, and a small goblin hand.
Can any of you feel her?
Ahead of you, you see, in gold, another ancestral guardian joins the fray, in the golden form of Flick Goldkind.
Flick?
And that's where we're going to call the campaign. And as the days and the weeks and the months roll on, a sense of normalcy returns to the Sword Coast and the Forgotten Realms. Magic returns in full force, secure, safe to use once more. Any hints of the symphony have disappeared. The people of Neverwinter, many of their homes razed, begin to rebuild, and many of them return to families that they have not seen in a long time. The gaps lost to them, months that they can't remember, where they were under the symphony's call. Nundro, Tharden, Gundren, Cecil, Toby, all return with memories and scars. But Cecil successfully revives Gundren in time.
I always liked that guy.
Always trusted him, never
Yes.
As they return from whatever realm they were in to the safe lands of the Forgotten Realms. Hallwinter rises as a new fortification, strong and powerful, in the wake of Neverwinter's destruction. But at the moment, it sits leaderless, with the falling of Sildar, Dominic, Flick, and Gundren no longer up to the task. The wound's too great. They're not sure what steps to take from here. Over time, Clarrybelle begins to work through the enormity of what has happened to her. What do you do during that time, Clarrybelle?
I think there's time spent initially just deep breath after the storm, where we probably all went back to Hallwinter and reconvened with everybody and just took those few days, maybe a week, in the aftershocks of everything that happened. And then I think she took Daisy and her family and went back home. And I think part of the recentering of her mind was just in rebuilding the Trollbleeder Manor and reconnecting with her family, reconnecting with her wife, trying to find sort of those pieces of herself that got left behind years ago now. And once all that's done and she's feeling like she's sort of back in one piece and that she and Daisy are finally back on the same page, I think the first thing she does is go back to Hallwinter and remembers a conversation a long time ago that Flick had with the Sons of Alagondar about this amazing thing called a democracy. And I think Clarrybelle's memory of it isn't great because she didn't really know the concept. She only has these snippets of memory of what Flick sort of suggested. So I think she, together with Toby, who's the smartest person she knows, try and cobble together a democracy for Hallwinter and vote in I don't know, a mayor or a council or some kind of, but she works hard and gets everyone on board and tries to build this structure in Hallwinter that she knew Flick would be proud of. I think she also asks, I think it's a hard ask for Callie because of all the history there, but I think she knows she wants some kind of memory of Flick in Hallwinter, but she doesn't want it to be made of stone because that just is a little too hard for her. She asked Callie with her druid crafting to form a tree that grows into the shape of Flick Goldkind, and then sort of the hair branches out into, are you seeing the vision? And is sort of there in the center of Hallwinter, and sort of kids come and play around it, and everybody sort of uses it as that sort of touchstone to remember the sacrifice that Flick made and the new world that we have. And I think Hallwinter becomes her new touchstone, her new home base. She and Daisy set up a little spot there. They need a blacksmith, so Daisy makes a little shop. But I think when the weather is good and when the traveling time is right, she and Daisy head out and go to towns and villages and places near and far around the Forgotten Realms. And they tell the story of Flick Goldkind and take Clarrybelle's ancestral guardians with her. And I think in moments of doubt and fear, and just in moments where she needs to see Flick's smiling face, she calls her forward and holds her hand.
You've been listening to Best Left Forgotten. You can find and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Best Left Podcast, and on our Best Left Forgotten Facebook page, where we post updates, info, and additional content. Music by Kevin MacLeod at Incompetech.com, licensed under Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0. Full song list and additional artists can be found in the episode description. Cover art by Caddy Wampus, who can be found on Fiverr. Thanks to Jess Wolfendale, our editor, Miriam Feats, our social media manager, and Nathan Quadrio, our GM and producer. If you enjoyed our podcast today, please leave a review and tell your friends.